my name is Michael Steele and thanks for joining me on this teaching tip for our Gravity Clubhouse DVD Powering Up. For you guys that have been teaching the DVD, I'm sure, like myself, when you first started, there was a lot for you to think about and say as an instructor to get the right information out at the right time. The first thing that I experienced when I was working with my class is it's a faster paced workout. Remember, we're working at levels that are higher, slightly higher than normal, so the intensity is different for our members, and also they fatigue a little bit quicker. So what I realized was when I was teaching, not only did I have to know what was coming up in advance, but I had to give them the right technique tips as well as the right motivational information so that they felt like they could be successful while they were exercising safely. So some of the advanced skills that we talk about as teaching skills as an instructor, especially when we work with music, is about pre-placing, and that's maybe putting a body part in a position before the movement happens, or pre-phasing, doing a whole repetition of an exercise before we actually do it. Well, what does that mean to you as an instructor? Well, it means when you're teaching, if you are walking around on the floor, you need to put your body part in a position so that the member or your clients can see what's happening. So a good example of this is when we're doing the bilateral rows and we're pulling in here, your next pre-placement would be to show both handles in one hand and it's a unilateral movement. In that way, your clients don't have to think, if they're working hard, oh, what's coming next and do I miss a rep? The other side of it is if they're working really, really hard, you want to motivate them enough because you're prepared with your cues to help them get to that last set. When we pre-phrase, when we put a whole movement in, it's like we did when I was working with Nicole, if you look back on the previous tip, where Nicole would hold a position and then she lifted and lowered her legs. I would show that in the abdominals to my members while they were still doing the previous movement. Does that make sense? I hope so. Go back and watch that garage clip where Nicole and I looked at the upright supine abdominals and you'll see what I mean. But as an instructor in this one, think that there's a lot happening. We're changing from one pulley to two pulleys. We're going from low kneeling to high kneeling. We're adding rotation to some of those movements. Depending on what position we're in, we've got plyometrics happening or we've got speed work happening. So there's a lot going on. And as your members work harder and they put more intensity into their workout, they're actually going to rely on you a lot more to supply them with the right information at the right time. So your job as a really good instructor is to power up your teaching skills. Power up your tips and your cues that will help your members get through safely, but also will help them achieve their training goals with you. Because remember, with powering up, we want to get them more bang for their buck. We want to get more intensity out of what they're already doing and help them to achieve their results quicker. So enjoy it, but go back and really, really learn it. And as a great instructor, if you power up your cues and tips, you know that you're going to make sure that your members experience a fantastic workout with you.